We are here at beautiful UCLA in Los Angeles, California, where it's a beautiful sunny day on August 12th. And this is part 2 of our respect speeches. And we'll soon segue into our introductory speeches on this same tape. So you may see some introductory speeches on this tape as well. But now we're going to hear from Ian, who's going to share with us his experiment in repeating the respect mantra.
So hi, I'm Ian.
Hi, Ian.
And I'm going to start with a quote. Life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it. It's a quote from one of my favorite movie characters, Ferris Bueller, and I think this quote's actually pretty relevant to the experiment we did. This experiment required us to communicate respect non-verbally for 2 days to every single person we meet, which is what I did. From that, I learned that communicating respect non-verbally will allow you to feel more interconnected with your surroundings, which can in turn make you feel happy as long as you don't get too upset with the bad or the ugly, which can occur as well. So first I'll start with the good, then I'll move on to the bad, and then I'll wrap up with the ugly, and we'll talk about what I learned from this experiment. First, the good. So the good happened right after class Monday. I was skateboarding home, and I was skating kind of slower than I normally do, so I could kind of connect with the people I passed and give them a true smile and say, I respect you to each person I passed. It was then that I turned behind me, and I saw a girl who was coming with a fresh bag of books just from the bookstore and a backpack. She tripped and fell forward, and the books kind of tumbled out onto the ground, so I quickly just whipped my skateboard around, and I headed back towards her. And I helped her pick up her books, and I just genuinely said to her, it's all good. Her frown instantly changed into a smile, and she popped up, which made my day. And then I was able to skate away and say, have a great day to her, and she said, thank you so much. And just that interaction was so beneficial to my day. It was good that I felt connected, and I was looking to give respect to someone. Next, I'll move on to the bad. So the bad occurred when I was in the bookstore, and I was leaving, and I saw someone else who had a full load of books in both arms, and was on the phone as well. It was actually pretty impressive how he got the phone in there in 2 bags. And he was right in front of me, so I thought, how can I help this person out? How can I provide them respect or give them any kind of help I can give? So I jumped in front of them and opened the door for them. So here I am, opening this door. We lock eyes. I give him a true, I respect you mantra inside my head. And what does he do? He looks at me, locks eyes, got the phone, got the bags, straight through the other door. Straight through the other door. So here I am, door wide open. Nobody's coming through this door. It was a bad feeling to say the least. But what it taught me at the time was you can't get too down on yourself if people ignore your respect or feel like they don't need your respect, because you come across people like that in life too, and had you not tried to help them, you would have been in no different position than you were before. So it's all right. Now I'll move on to the ugly. The ugly happened when I was... When did the ugly happen? The ugly happened when I was...
Chevron.
I was at Chevron. And I was in line. And I saw an especially dismal cashier on the right. And there was about 4 people in front of me. And I was working my way up. And as each person went, they said almost nothing to the cashier. And the cashier said almost nothing back. Looked like they were in a very sour mood. I got to the front, put my products down, and the cashier just mumbled, $4.16. So I put my money down, we locked eyes, and I said, how are you doing today? As genuinely as I possibly could, just try and kind of see. He responded as if I asked him something completely wrong, and kind of just glared at me like this, which was kind of cold. But all that I knew I could do was look at him and just genuinely say, I respect you in my head, because I didn't know what that person had been through that day, or in his life for that matter, so I wasn't really in a position to judge his reaction to the respect I was trying to give him. So I went out and left Chevron and moved on. From this experiment, I've found that it's too often I leave class, just throw my headphones in and skate quickly home, worried about what I'm doing next, not actually connecting with the people around me in my day-to-day life. And I realized that if I stop and actually try and provide respect when I can learn a lot. By being on the conscious lookout on my skateboard, I found an opportunity to help someone, which improved my day. By trying to help someone at the bookstore when they walk through the other door, I learned that you can't get down on yourself when people don't actually accept your respect. And then at Chevron, when I was caught with a completely disappointing stare at my question of how are you, I learned that it's okay and not everyone will react the same. Thank you. That's what I learned from respect.
Thank you. 447.
I'd really like to
What is his name?
Ken.
Hi, Ken.
And I really like how you opened it up with the quote. It really grabbed my attention. And then also your speech was very clearly laid out from the beginning and really easy to follow. And the quote was good.
Okay, good beginning quote. Improvement?
Hi guys, I'm Sierra. I think your speech was really good too. I liked your movements and your showing opening the door and closing, but I think sometimes you were pacing back and forth a little while you were talking, so maybe like a stance would be better than just pacing.
Thank you.
Right. Let's start with your pacing. I had trouble keeping you in camera sight, and I have a pretty wide angle going here. So walk more purposefully. Walk on the points of your main body. You're a pacer, is what you are, and so more stand and deliver. The first, I'll tell you the bad. Go over there, work this side of the room. Stay right there. Stay right there. Work this side of the room. Glance over there. Now come over here and don't turn keep your body face forward. Now work this side of the room. I'll give you the bad, and then come back to the center for the Chevron story. See? Okay. Let's talk about your stories. You started with a great quote. Life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it. Ferris Bueller. Good quote. Most people have seen the movie, know the quote. It's a good quote. You say it kind of slow so it sinks in. We have a concept here called tie back, so I was hoping to hear it in the end, so we have book it. So first thing is tie back your quote. Secondly, good preview, good introduction. You told us you work right smoothly into, I'm going to tell you the good, the bad, and the ugly. Love the story of respectfully helping the young lady that dropped her books and moved on, and it's all good, and, it was good. I would comment that I know that you like to get places fast and you put on your headphones, but you might want to try just a day a week walking and see what the difference is, because it really limits your chances for contact when you're zipping through the campus. Just an observation. It's up to you. On your second story of being the doorman and being ignored, yes, we've all had that. I just had that a couple of days ago, and I was just floored that 10 people walked in and not one said thank you. I guess I look like a doorman. I don't know. And then the Chevron story, you interpreted it right. You were right in asking. That was exactly the example I gave of the McDonald's, of breaking the pattern. And the guy was looking at you like drop dead. How do you think I feel? I'm working at this GD Chevron station where people are giving me grief all night and da-da-da-da-da-da. How do you think I am? I'm lousy. Right? Exactly. I think that's what his nonverbal answer to you was, but still you had good instinct in asking the question and putting it out there. Your what I learned, make it more standout-ish in terms of, so what did I learn? 1, room 2, 3. One thing I did like about your summary was you had a good detailed summary. He mentioned each of his incidents and what he learned in each of the incidents, and I like that rather than just saying I learned generally 3 things. The only other thing would be a tie back. Other than that, You did a good job, Ian. Thank you.
Do I grab this now or later?
Never.
Never? You keep it? Alright.
Okay, next. Is this the last one? Okay, the battery's expiring. You're Rita, right? Okay, hang on a minute, Rita. I gotta get you in focus. Oh boy. You're definitely not. Okay, good. There you go. Maybe. Nice contrast to the white. Thank you. Okay, Rita stands before you, managing attention. Put your hands by your side. Feet wider than your shoulders like a tripod. Communicating respect non-verbally. Saying to yourself your mantra, I respect my audience. Finding friendly eyes near the front and the center. Say your name. Feel the love. Start your speech.
Hello everyone, I'm Rita.
Hi, Rita.
Well, at the first class, it is really astonished me because I have never tried to express respect in such a special way. I mean, since I respect you face to face, really arose some strange atmosphere which kept me biting lips and trying very hard to withhold the laughter all the time. So at the moment when I heard the task, I was conscious only of relief. God bless, I don't have to say this word to everyone I meet. Otherwise, I would like to dig a hole on the ground and hit myself inside it. And now, here's come my 3 stories. I think the good story maybe come from the trying itself. I mean, the action to show the nonverbal respect to everyone I meet. Because in my own countries, people just passing and walking on the street. Don't care too much about other people's. In fact, only acquaintance will exchange a polite smile or say hello with each other. Take myself example. If I was just walking on the street and suddenly I find, well, there's somebody. He's strange and he's looking at me. Okay, is there anything wrong with myself or there's something left on my face? So when I walk, I was just to look straight and never to look at others, in order not to let others feel not at ease. So it's really cost a great courage for me to make the first step. But when I truly do things like this, I gain some very good feedback. I mean, there are a lot of people that give the warm smile back, including a very lovely little kid. He winked at me and a naughty face. Well, on the other hand, the ugly story, I think it also happened on the street. When I was just walking there, I found there are a lot of people wearing sunglasses. And when I look at them, okay, they just ignore me. I don't know, I didn't know if it is because I expressed the nonverbal respect too modestly, because it just passed. And here comes the ugly story. Well, I think it's really an embarrassed one. And for myself, I'm a person without any sense of direction, so I need to depend totally on my Google Map for seeking the ways. So once I had to raise my head and look around for people, I began to walking round and round in a huge circle, never to find the wrong direction again. So there was a time I have to stop at the sidewalk, turn my umbrella on to shadow the dazzling sunlight in order to look well upon my mobile screen. And at this time, there are 2 little kids that passed. So I realized them, and I raised a head to try to express my normal verbal respect to them. But I just say one of them, he is glares at me and muttered to his buddy, "Hey, look, she's so weird." Well, at that time I was just, what, am I weird? And suddenly I realized it is because umbrella. People here are not usually working on the street with umbrella on when this is a great sunshine. So I quickly closed my umbrella and fled away. Not until I find corner, there nobody there. Then I began to look on my mat and turn my umbrella. But anyway, this experiment gave a totally new experience of working on the street. It is just like open a window behind me, and then through this window, I looked at totally new world of the communication between the people. And I think maybe when I go back to my motherland, I will try to keep doing so. Thanks.
Thank you, Rita. Somewhere over here.
Hi, I'm Brianna.
Hi, Brianna.
I really liked how you were animated throughout your speech. You were really into what you were saying, and it was nice to watch. And also, I feel like your speech really flowed well.
Okay, thank you, Brianna.
Hi, I'm Ian.
Hi, Ian.
I thought you engaged the audience really well, and you used the eye contact throughout the entire part of the room really well, and connected with the left and the right side well, and then I really liked your humor too. I laughed on multiple occasions.
Okay, thank you, Ian. Rita, lovely Rita Meter Maid. Okay, let's talk about your speech. You sort of told a story for your introduction, saying that you were shocked at the assignment because you couldn't believe that you were being asked to communicate respect non-verbally to everybody you met, and it wasn't to say to people verbally, I respect you, but to repeat it silently to yourself. And you told a little joke that you would rather dig a hole and jump in it than do the assignment. And you got a good laugh from that, and so that was good. As for your first story, you had a long little thing about what happened in China, and that was sort of odd, and I didn't know where that fit into your first story. But finally you figured out, you finally did it. And I guess you were leading up to the fact that you don't do this in China, and then you said you finally did it to some children, and they responded. And so that was good. When you watch yourself tonight on YouTube, you'll see that you called make the narrative stand out more. You called the bad the ugly. So say good, the bad, the ugly. Make it really stand out with your voice, see? And you point out that it's hard to make eye contact with people wearing sunglasses. You can't look in their eyes. You can still repeat the mantra, I respect you, even with people with sunglasses on, right? Right, okay. On the third story, you talked, and it was an interesting story because you talked about the fact that you walk around with an umbrella to keep your skin perfect from the sun. And the boys thought you were weird because you have an umbrella, and there's a cultural, not many people walk around with umbrellas, although I see it at UCLA quite a bit, and I see it more and more as people are more sensitive to how harmful the sun can be. But from that, you fled away and you concluded that the experiment wasn't working so well. I would say what I got from you, I'd like to see you move 3 times, okay? And I would like to see you continue to make the good eye contact that you made with everyone, and continue to repeat the mantra, I respect you, as you walk around to everybody you meet, even as you smile, and whether you have the umbrella or not. And I believe you will get good results. Thank you, Rita. Okay, is that it? One more? Give yourself a big hand. Okay, you want to do the intro? Yeah, okay. Who's your study buddy?
Angela.
Okay, come on, both of you come up.
I have the self-evaluation.
Good. She's giving me her self-evaluation. Isn't that impressive? She typed it. Yeah. Okay, and then you stand over there by the podium so we can get a picture. And we want to, keep these close to 3 minutes, so time it, yeah. I'll time it too. And we want to just get a flavor of our study buddies. So we're now in the introductory phase of our speeches. Angela, rock and roll.
I'm Sierra. Hi everyone, I'm Sierra.
Hi, Sierra.
Oh, I'm sorry. I have Angela on top. Sierra, rock and roll.
So, C.S. Lewis once wrote that friendship begins when one person says to another, "What, you too? I thought I was the only one." So Angela and I have grown up in different countries, and we have different backgrounds, but we have a lot in common, and we share a lot of similarities, and these similarities have given birth to a new friendship. So I want to introduce you to my new friend, Angela. I'll tell you about her past, her present, and her future. And I know you will enjoy learning about Angela because she displays admirable qualities such as commitment and perseverance, and she also has an adventurous heart. So I'll first tell you about her past. So Angela, when she was 5 years old, wanted to start playing the piano. So she asked her mom if she could start taking piano lessons. She was really excited at first, but as she started to take the lessons, she realized that it takes a lot of effort to learn the piano. You have to practice a lot daily. So her excitement started to dwindle, and she wanted to quit. But her mom reminded her that this was a commitment that she had made, so she had to stick with it. So she stuck with it, and after a year of mastering the basics, she was able to play songs that she enjoyed, and she liked playing the piano more, and she's played ever since. Currently, Angela is a student in China. She has decided in 2 years she wants to come to America to become an undergraduate student here. But this year, she came to UCLA to get used to the atmosphere and also to improve her English. So at first it was frustrating to her that she couldn't really understand her professors very well, but she decided she was just going to try her best and just learn as much as she could. And she's realizing that week by week her English is getting better and she's enjoying her experience more. And finally, I'll tell you about Angela's future. So Angela loves to travel. She's traveled to 5 different countries outside of China already, and she also has been to many cities within China. And she hopes to get to a place in her life where she can travel every year to a different place in the world and explore and make new memories. So one of those places she wants to go to is Australia. So in conclusion, Angela is committed to the things she starts. She perseveres even when she faces struggles, and she also has an adventurous heart. We are different, but we share a lot in common, and I can relate with her past, her present, and her future. Our differences make us unique people, but as C.S. Lewis once said, our similarities make us friends. So, ladies and gentlemen, I introduce to you Angela.
Thank you. 246. Remember to stay in the green box when you speak. Stay toward the rear of it if you can. Thank you. Thank you for wearing dark clothing. I think we're over here in the first row.
Hi, I'm Alejandra.
Hi, Alejandra.
I like that you seem very genuine and very friendly. You have a nice energy.
Thank you. Genuine, informative, improve.
Hi, I'm Vanessa. I
Hi,
really
Vanessa.
liked how you took the professor's words and took pace every time you said a different part of the body. Something that you can improve. Maybe just talk a little louder. Your voice is a little louder. Other than that, it was really good.
Yeah, and thank you for keeping it under 3 minutes, Sierra. That was good. I loved your C.S. Lewis quote. It was perfect. You tied back to it. You told us a story about her piano lessons. You told us her story about UCLA and not being able to understand her professors. And you told a third story about her travels and hoping to go to Australia. So you just got, your study buddy really down in a nutshell. So you gave us a good encapsulated view of your study buddy, Angela. So you did a good job. Thank you. Okay, Angela, rock and roll.
Hi, I'm Angela.
Hi, Angela.
Do you like the sunshine, like the sunshine of LA or California?
Yes.
If you like sunshine, I'm sure you will love her. Yeah, today I'm introducing my new study buddy, Sarah, to all of you. I will tell you about her past, present, and the future. I know you will enjoy meeting her because her smile will make you feel so comfortable and optimistic when you are talking with her. First is the past story. When Sarah grows with love. When she was a child, she lives with her grandparents in most of the time because both of her parents had full-time jobs. And he really had fun with living with his grandparents. Sometimes she would garden with his grandpa, and other times she will help her grandmother in the chicken. And both her grandfather and grandmother filled her with wisdom as she grows up. They taught her how to be satisfied and be happy, even if you have little things. And the present, I think Sarah is really passionate. Now she is studying psychology in UCLA, and what's more, she also in her community church. She was a young leader in her church and in her high school Bible study program. She often talks with the high school scholars, and she really likes talking to them and be here for them. And what's more, she also likes music, and she sings and plays the guitar in the community church. And she has really a big family. She really loves spend time with them. And about the future, I think Sarah is full of compassion because she has a lot of dreams, and one of it is that after her graduation, she wants to get a master's degree in nursing, and she wants to be a registered nurse. The reason is that she really loves people and she wants to serving people. That's the point. She really gives me the positive energy when I was talking with her. And what's more, she wants to get married someday and has a family of her own. So in summary, that's the story about Sarah, the past, the present, and the future. And ladies and gentlemen, that is the girl Sarah. She grows with love, and she is passionate and full of compassion. I'm sure you will love her because she will warm you just like the sunshine.
The sunshine, yes. 240. We be here.
Yeah, it's really good.
Name?
I'm Tiffany.
Hi, Tiffany.
I can really feel the sunshine that's appears in your speech, and you do very well in the tie back job.
Tie back job, yes. Yes, please. Improvement.
Hi, I'm Logan.
Hi, Logan.
I thought your speech was super genuine and I loved it. For an improvement, I would just say probably just looking more at your audience and you kind of traveled that way instead of this way. So that's
Right. Good observation, Logan. Angela, you traveled only to the left twice. You didn't go over here, so you ignored the right side of the room. So go left, right, and back to center. And do that in your practice. You told us stories about your study buddy, Sierra. She was raised by her grandparents, helped raise garden with her grandfather and chickens, and learned kind of a worldly wisdom about how to get along with a little and to be happy with what you have. And that was a good story. A little, ending on the story, a little summing up of what it meant would be good. On the present, you told us she's passionate, she loves church, she goes to Bible school and plays the guitar and that sort of thing. That story was good. And then on the future, you said you told us the story of her wanting to become a nurse. Your summary, conclusion, and tie back were good, and you tied it back to the sunshine of California, which has been a theme in this class, so that was good. I'd like to see you walk more purposefully and have a more dynamic delivery, emphatic, stress keywords, louder, softer, faster, slower. So you're more interesting to listen to. But you did a nice job. Thank you. Okay, next. Who will be going first? Us? I. Who's I?
I will go first.
Rita? Another Rita. We have two Ritas.
The bottom one is for the evaluation.
Yeah. From Rita. Yes. Okay. Let me get you in focus, Rita. There you go. Okay. Rita's managing attention, communicating respect, finding friendly eyes near the front and the center. Say your name, feel the love. Start your speech.
Hi guys, I'm Rita.
Hi, Rita.
I want to tell you guys about someone I met recently who speaks French, was born in the South, and was fortunate enough to live in Italy when she was younger for 1 year. Today I want to introduce you guys Grayson. She's my new study buddy, and I will tell you guys a little story about her past, present, and future. So I'm sure you guys will enjoy meeting Grayson because she's talented, funny, and free-spirited. So first, with a past story. So Grayson was born in Georgia and raised in South Carolina. When she was younger, her and her sister would watch this show called Animal Cops that would air on Animal Planet, the channel. They loved it so much that they would watch it almost every Saturday, and sometimes they would have friends over and they would have a marathon watching that show. And then, so now I will tell you about the story from her present. So after this class, Grayson will be going out with her friends to Santa Monica. They will grab a bite to eat, and they will go watch the movie Southpaw, mainly because of Jake Gyllenhaal. So yeah, and then and lastly, a story from her future. This weekend, it's kind of like an immediate future. This weekend, Grayson will be going to Newport with a few of her friends. She hopes to stop by the beach, absorb some sunshine, because apparently, according to the weather app and in general in LA, it's going to be sunny. And also, she also hopes to go on an adventure searching for new places. So today I've told you about Grayson. From these three stories, we can tell three things about Grayson. One, she loves the beach. Two, she's very social. I encourage you guys to talk to her. She's very nice. And then also she's very adventurous, which I'm kind of sensing she got from her parents. I mean, who else has parents that would relocate to Italy for 1 year just for fun? So, ladies and gentlemen, I introduce you, Grayson.
Thank you. So we're in the first row.
Hi, I'm Amanda.
Hi, Amanda.
I really liked how laid out your speech was. It would definitely follow the format, and it was very interesting, and I liked hearing about what you had to say. It seems to be a good conversation.
Thank you, Amanda. Improvement?
Hello, I'm Evelyn.
What's your name?
Evelyn.
Evelyn?
Yeah.
Evelyn. Hi, Evelyn.
I like your speech of your friendship, and maybe you can have more stress emphasis in your speech. Thank you.
Okay. Good thoughts. Rita, you started off with this idea that she speaks French and moved to Italy, and you came back to that at the end, and that was good. You had a good significant statement and a good preview. What I would like you told us 3 stories. It was an interesting story that she likes to watch Animal Cops. That was bizarre, or cute, or interesting, unique. A little moral to the end. So I guess she wants to be a veterinarian or something. I don't know, or something. A little moral at the end. Same with your second story. She's out to see Southpaw and go to the beach, and there's a little moral to that one. And then finally, the third story, she's going to Newport this weekend. It's okay to mix a couple of facts in with your stories. So if she wants to be a veterinarian or whatever, whatever she's headed to be, it doesn't have to be pure stories. Everyone, you can mix some facts in with stories. Your summary, your conclusion, and tieback were good. You got the job done. And what were your canais? Where are your canais? You always want to have 3 goals. Where are they? If you don't have 3 goals listed, write them in there. Are they down here?
No, that's for the respect speech. That's
the
self-evaluation.
Okay. Always at the bottom, it has canai, C-A-N-E-I. That stands for constant and never-ending improvement. You want to have 3 speech goals that you want to work on. I want to be louder. I want to move 3 times, that sort of thing. You did a good job, Rita. Thank you. Let me get you in focus. Begin. Grayson.
Hi, I'm Rita, and I'm introducing I'm Grayson. All right, redo. Okay. You're Rita. Hi, I'm Grayson.
Hi, Grayson.
Okay, and I'm introducing my study buddy, Rita. So something that's really cool about Rita is Rita was actually born in Syria, and she can speak 5 languages. So I'm going to tell you a story from the past, present, and future about Rita. So Rita can actually speak, Turkish, English, Spanish, Arabic, and there's one Armenian. And she is Armenian, but she's not born in Armenia. She's never been there. And when she lived in Syria, she learned Turkish. But her grandparents had a Turkish television set because they could speak Turkish, but they didn't want to teach her, so they never spoke Turkish to her. But she was able to learn the language just by watching the television. So now she can speak, read, and write in Turkish. And her current story is today she's planning on visiting with some friends from high school who are on summer vacation. She wants to go to the beach and ride bikes. And in the future, she's going to pharmacy school next year, and she hopes to earn her PharmD. She also wants to open her own pharmacy, and she also wants to travel Europe this summer with her best friend after graduation. So this is Rita, and from her stories, you can tell that she's very intelligent, she's fun, and she's also driven. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, 220, go ahead.
Hello everyone, I'm George.
Hello, George.
Hi, George.
Actually, my attention is indeed fixed to the 5 languages. And I think it is indeed a very quick and interesting and a very short but a very informative speech. And I think it contains a lot of information and tells a lot about the reader. And I think it's indeed enjoyable. Thanks.
Thank you, George. Improvement.
Hi, I'm Abraham.
Hi, Abraham.
I thought your speech was really good. I don't really know much for improvement, but it's really fast. Maybe the other speeches were really long, but that was really fast. Maybe improvement.
Yeah, Grayson, you want to do a serious job of slowing down. You want to move 3 times in a purposeful way on each of the. You want to have a paragraph for each of the main bodies. So I'd like to say 7 paragraphs. Follow the prompt exactly. So, I agree with this gentleman. I was most struck by 5 languages. And so I would have tied back to that. So if you want to meet somebody that speaks 5 languages, Rita's your woman, right? And I would have used that as a tie back. You gave us the past, present, and future. I didn't get really a significant statement of, you're a nice lady, and you really like to know her, that sort of thing. You gave us an interesting story about how she learned to speak Turkish from the television set, and that was an interesting story. On the current one, it was very short. It was too short. No moral to the story. And the future going to pharmacy school, give us a little more detail. Why pharmacy school? And why does she want to do that? And that sort of thing. We call this adequate development of your ideas. You gave us some. I realize I'm pushing everybody to do the 3 minutes, and so you were trying to get it in. But you really did get it in a very short period of time. You would time yourself, you'll see it was very short, and you were speeding along even more. So you did a good job, but follow the prompt, the 7-part prompt. Have 7 Roman numerals.
Oh, I did it on the back.
Say, have 7 Roman numerals next time in your typed outline. Thank you very much, Grayson. Okay, next. Do we have time for one more? Maybe not. Okay, the time is up. Return with honor. What?
Do you want our self-evaluation forms to be
No, return when you speak. Yeah, with your next la-di-da. You turn that in when you speak.
Oh, okay. So not
It's kind of, I can, like, can come back whenever, probably Sunday.
Hey Amanda, can you kick that green thing toward me? Appreciate it. Yeah.
She didn't get your.
You're introducing her question. Is that what she has a question?
No. She didn't get your paper. Yeah, you hand out for the second class.
Oh, I see. Oh, the prompt. Okay. You didn't get this.
Thank you. I want to ask a question.
Yes.
The CANEL, the canal.
Canai.
Canal.
That's an acronym. It stands for constant and never-ending improvement.
Yeah. So we should write it for the last speech we did, or
for your future.
Yeah. Oh.
For your future goals.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Sorry that wasn't clear.
So we will hand in the self-evaluation
With the next speech. Yeah. Yeah.
Hand in the self-evaluation. Can I hand in it next time?
When you do your next speech.
This class I have to do the speech study, introduce of the study body.
What?
This class I have done the introduction speech of the study body, but I didn't hand in the self-evaluation last time.
Okay, well, hand it to me now.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so for the 3 past stories, believe me, because in your email you told us that it may be academic focused.
Yeah.
What does it have to be about? Like, we're just talking about ourselves?
No, someone asked me, should all the stories be academically focused? And I said they can be, but they don't have to be.
But it's just basically,
I don't want to, it doesn't have to be boring, like what they want to do with their career. Those would be boring. Tell those speeches alone.
Yeah.
But they can be if that's what you want to do.
Okay, so I'm talking about myself though, because I don't have a study.
Yeah. So tell stuff besides your one of your stories can be your academic focus, and then the other 2 stories can be something else.
Okay. But I introduce myself as in the 3rd person.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then say, ladies and gentlemen, I give you Carolyn. Yeah. Okay, bye.
我觉得没关系吧，这个反正是都没有。